What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Devin Haney fans, come on in here. Devin Haney haters, come on in here. I would have went live earlier, but I chose to go live at this time, right? The Chicago Bears are no longer playing right now. So this is the perfect time for me to go into my soliloquy, to go into my rant about Devin Haney shocking the world last night. Um, Devin has been getting a lot of hate since that the fallout from Ryan Garcia cheating, from Ryan Garcia being a drug cheat. He's been getting a lot of hate, man. And I'm just glad that he got a little bit of redemption last night. I'm glad he was able to put on a masterful performance last night because the disrespect was getting crazy. It was ridiculous, right? And I'm glad the young boy came out and showed his pedigree. Right now, Devin Haney is a Hall of Famer. At 26 years old, he's a Hall of Fame fighter, right? He has a lot more left and a lot more things to accomplish in his career, but he's a Hall of Fame fighter right now. He's a champion across 3 different weight classes. He was undisputed champion before at 135, and he just took out the biggest threat at welterweight, right? A lot of people didn't give Devin a shot to win this fight. They thought Brian Norman Jr. was going to eviscerate him. They thought Devin was going to get knocked out. Devin came and showed that his levels in the sport between certain opposition. My uncle told me before the fight, yes, Brian Norman Jr., he been knocking dudes out. He been having success. He's been getting a lot of praise, and he's been getting a lot of acclaim. But he hasn't fought anybody with the skill set of a Devin Haney. Last night it showed. Devin, man, I'm going to say this. Devin looks great at welterweight. Devin's frame is so big, he probably can finish out at middleweight for real. Like, he can go up to probably maybe higher than 160. Probably 168, to be real with you, right? But at 147, he's strong. Like, he's not a pillow-fisted guy the way they say he is. Yeah, man, Devin Haney, he proved his stock last night. And I'm glad to see it, man. I'm glad he's still undefeated, man. He's still undefeated. My dog, man. Black Maul, what's the word? Slim, what's the word? I'm going to say this, man. Devin and that check hook was keeping Brian Norman Jr. in check. That jab was like a stick. That jab was pumping and working like a stick for real. I'm looking at Devin in the ring like, man, no, man. If Devin boxes, when he boxes, is a lot of dudes cannot beat him for real when he chooses to box. When he fought Ryan Garcia, a drugged up, doped up Ryan Garcia, might I add, a PED, roided up, juiced up Ryan Garcia. Whenever he got hurt, he was looking for get back immediately. But he was winning rounds, just easily boxing against Ryan Garcia, drugged up Ryan Garcia. You know, if he sticks to his game plan, he could win a lot of fights. Honestly, right? But you know, like I said, there's a lot of people. I'm seeing people move the goalposts because going into this fight, though, y'all, and I'm giving Devin Haney his props and praise for how he performed. But going into the fight, y'all, there were people saying, "Hey, Devin ain't got no shot. I can't see him finishing this fight without getting hurt badly." And now, since he cruised to unanimous decision victory, right? You got people saying, well, outside of that knockdown, it was a snooze fest. Outside of the knockdown, it was a clinch fest. He's a clinch machine. And I'm gonna tell y'all this: look at them championship rounds, and y'all tell me who was clinching, who was engaging in the clinch, because it wasn't Devin. It wasn't Devin. Them championship rounds, it was not him. You know. But I know Devin he's gonna get a lot of hate. It's a lot of people that don't like him, and they're gonna always continue to move the goalpost regarding him and everything he does. But last night he showed what he really is about, for real. And I'm glad, I'm happy for him. I was rooting for the young man. I was rooting for him. What Tyra Banks said, we were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. So yeah, man, I'm excited to see what is next. Devin can really clear out 147. He can become undisputed at 147 and be two-time undisputed champion. And this time going to get the belts off of every fighter individually. Then he can move up to 54 and see what that's like. You know? I'm gonna say this too. That judge scoring a fight 114, 113. What the hell was the judge watching? That fight was not close. It wasn't. Even when Brian Norman Jr. tried to get some rounds in at the end, it was not close. No. But yeah, man, I'm proud of how Devin looked. And Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn being disrespectful. Talking about, oh, he a boring fighter, it's a snooze fest. Conor Benn acting like he going to sleep during the fight and all of that. It sounds good, Eddie. Eddie is good with fighters who show the sweet science as long as you signed under his promotional company. Long as you with him, he cool with you being a fighter who displays the sweet science. The moment you not with him, that's when he got a problem with you. That's when he that's when he starts saying stuff like, oh, it's boring, when you're not signed under him. Right? But Conor Benn can get this work too. He beat Chris Eubank. Like, come on, man. He beat Eubank. Come on, I'm not like, no. Black Maul said I was one of those people. Brian looked scared after he was knocked down second round. Yeah. I think Black Maul, what's going on, dog? But I think what it was that, like, I think at that point, Brian kind of knew he was in for a different type of fight. Devin was stronger than what he anticipated, and he was better than what he anticipated. He couldn't bully Devin like he does other fighters. And I think that's what it came down to. I also think, I could be wrong, Devin might have broke his nose at that point. He kept pawing at that nose. You know what I mean? I don't know, I don't know if he broke his nose or not, but he might have cracked him really good where it felt like it was broken. Maybe. But nah, man, you weren't the only one. A lot of people thought Brian Norman Jr. was going to win. But yeah, man, Devin put on a world-class performance. Now, you're going to hear people say they're not going to respect Devin until he gets his get back against Ryan Garcia. And I'm gonna say Devin got the best resume out of all the young dudes right now. All the young guys that were the cream of the crop that were touted as the next big things in boxing, between him, Devin Haney Jr., Tank Davis. I mean, Devin Haney Jr. Devin Haney, Tank Davis. I hope I ain't been saying Devin Haney Jr. because I'm thinking of Brian Norman Jr. Godly. But Devin, Shakur Stevenson, Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia, all of them guys that were looked at as the next best thing in boxing, he got the best resume out of all of them. All of them. And Devin will fight anybody. That's a throwback type fighter, and I got to give him excuse me, I'm stuttering. I got to give him his respect. A lot of people thought Devin was going to pull out this fight. Showtime Sean Porter was saying he thought Devin was going to pull out the fight, like Devin wasn't for real about this. So when you got people saying, hey, he really just saying it, he ain't serious about this fight, he ain't really trying to get this fight. He playing, he ain't really trying to fight Brian Norman Jr. He's just doing this for clout, to try to look like he's trying to fight top guys. No, he really is out here getting the deals done too. Not saying I'm about to fight you and then don't fight him. No, he's out here getting the fight signed, sealed, and delivered, and then delivering the W, right? Which is nothing but respect. Gray Wolf say, I had Brian Norman knocking him out in the third. Respect to Devin. Yeah, man. Again, Devin looks strong at 47, man. I promise y'all, Devin probably could go all the way up to 160, 168. He a big dude, man. Devin is a big dude. And in the ring, I'm like, man, he been drained for a long time fighting at 35 and 40. So yeah, I listen. He'll be at 54 in no time probably, but I think he can clear out 47 though. He can go ahead and be. If I'm him, I'm trying to be undisputed at welterweight and be two-time undisputed. As an amazing accolade to have, he's already been undisputed champion, but be two-time undisputed. Then move up to 54. Zero say Devin was the more fleet-footed fighter. Brian Norman Jr. was very plodding with his movement, moving forward in straight lines. Yes, moving forward, straight line, no head movement. Yeah, keeping their head on the line for Devin. And Devin was having his way at will. That check hook was working all night. Check hook working all night, man. And I'm like, yeah, this is like, when people say this often, they say a guy who's a puncher, most of the time he's not going to really beat a true pugilist, a guy who's really, really a skilled boxer, you know, because guys who are really, really good boxers, they know how to neutralize guys that got heavy hands for the most part, right? Now, Deontay Wilder got away with it for a long time until he ran into Tyson Fury, a guy who'd been boxing since he was a little kid and figured out a way to neutralize it, even though he still got hit with some shots that dropped him. He still got hit with some thudding shots. But yeah, most of the time, them guys, they're not going to be able to, like, guys who are punchers, not going to be able to, they're going to get disarmed by guys who are actual boxers, you know? And he said, which is why Tank is ducking Shakur and Devin. Now, Tank is an actual boxer. I don't think he's just a bomb machine. He can box for sure. But Shakur and Devin, and they do have a style that can cause him problems without question, right? Shakur, man, like Shakur is very defensively responsible. You're not going to be able to just tee off on him. Tank has, like, with a lot of dudes, Tank and time dudes throw similar shots. They don't catch on to patterns, right? Shakur Stevenson not going to let you just throw the same shot over and over again. You know what I mean? I didn't see Tank throw 3 uppercuts in a row. The dude never catch on, right? So yeah. So you can tell Brian Norman was a slightly more athletic fighter, but Devin has the skill. He said Devin has the skills and boxing IQ to his advantage. Yes, absolutely. Crown Me James. What's going on, man? Happy Sunday. That's a fact, man. Devin, he has the skills and boxing IQ. You can tell he spent time in the Mayweather gym. You can tell a fighter who's been around Floyd, Big Floyd, Lil Floyd. You can tell. You can tell he's been in that gym with those guys. You can tell he's been fighting since he was a child. Because certain stuff just not going to work against him. Like Brian Norman can do other things against other fighters that he wouldn't be able to do against Shakur Stevenson. He wouldn't be able to do it against Devin Haney like we saw. You know, but I'm glad Devin got his redemption because so many people, like, and even after the fight, I go to Devin Haney's, I go to different people's posts about Devin Haney winning the fight. And you got people putting Ryan Garcia's picture under the picture. Like, stuff like that irritates me because when the fuck have we ever, like, I've never seen people that give a drug cheat, like somebody who failed a drug test, not accusations, not, allegations. We're talking about a guy who failed a drug test. I've never seen people try to, like, make him seem like we gonna just absolve him of that. We're gonna just forget about it and still hype up a win when the dude he popped dirty. You know what I'm saying? So many people are willing to still praise Ryan when his ass, like, he lost the decision against Rolly Romero, bro. Come on, what are we talking about, bro? Like, what? Bro, Rolando Romero beat him by decision, bro. Like, by decision. Not by knockout, by decision, fam. Like, all this, and they still letting him ride out with that. If Devin would have lost to Rolly Romero by decision, they would have gave Devin so much hell. But, hey, I know how this go. I know how this go, man. Yeah, they put Ryan's his gift under every comment praising that. Yes, yep. Rolly definitely dropped Ryan too. He did. but he won the fight by decision. The fight went to the scorecards. Like, what? He dropped him. He dropped him at one time, but he still won by decision. And Rolly was winning rounds. Like, it wasn't like, they was robbing him and robbing Ryan Garcia. Right? He was winning rounds on Ryan. That's when I knew Ryan not as skilled as people think he is. And I've been saying that. He got fast hands, he got power, but he ain't skilled like that. Rolly beating you, right? Yeah. Rolly be winning rounds on you showed me something. But yeah, man. And then even this part, right? Because he spammed the left hook. Yeah, that hook, boy, that check hook was money, boy. The jab was working, all of that, man. And again, we got people that just don't want to give him any credit, right? You don't want to give him credit because you love Ryan Garcia. You don't want to give him credit because you hate Bill Haney. Like, what the hell do Bill got to do with what Devin doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you hate Bill, so you don't want to give Devin praise. And also, let me say this too. I seen people say Devin was running and he was clinching all night and all that. With black fighters, man, black fighters always get told that our fighters run. Like, boxing is not, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me. We're not playing rock'em sock'em robots. All right. And I always emphasize this. Most black gyms, most of them, not all, but most black gyms are not going to have their fighters just coming, just being rock'em sock'em robots, just banging it out, rock'em sock'em. No, they're going to teach, most black gyms are going to teach their fighter to be elusive, to hit and not be hit, so they can have long careers, long, healthy careers. They're going to teach them to hit and not be hit, to catch and shoot, stuff like that. They're not going to be here, you hit me, I hit you, you hit me, I hit you. It's just not a thing. Most black gyms not going to do that. Even Bud gave, oh man, Bud love, Bud, Bud and the Haney family are cool, very cool. They very cordial with each other. Bill Haney is the one that put it in Bud's head to fight Canelo. And Bud told the world, I got the idea to fight Canelo from Bill Haney. Bill kept telling me, every time you see me, Canelo, you need to fight Canelo. Before the Errol Spence fight. Because at first him and Errol couldn't come to an agreement or whatever. And Bill told him, hey man, you don't worry about the Errol Spence fight. Go ahead and you go seek Canelo Alvarez. I know you can beat Canelo. He's not that big of a guy. Y'all kind of around the same height. You can beat him. So yeah, Bill put it in Bud's head to go fight Canelo. And I'm hearing that Canelo and Bud are going to fight again. And I'm telling y'all right now, Bud is going to stop Canelo Alvarez. And y'all going to see the first Canelo finna hit the canvas. And I know people going to say I'm tripping because he got one of the best chins I've ever seen in boxing. He does. Canelo has one of the best chins I've ever seen in boxing. He's going to get hurt in that fight against Bud. Seriously. I feel like I can guarantee that. Yeah, Conor being out here hating, like, goofy. Like, got a win over a drained dude recently. Like, come on, bro. He said they hate confident black fathers pushing confidence toward their children. Floyd, Haney, Ball brothers, Williams sisters, Bronny. Nah, for real. He said that is so weird to me, Mac. Same thing with Bud. People hate Bud because he doesn't act like an N-word. If he acted like Bronner, Tank, or Mike Tyson, Bud would be the biggest boxer ever. Yeah. People like their fighters to be flashy, to have a bravado, to talk crazy. And I mean, Bud can talk aggressive to fighters. But, his persona is not the nature boy Ric Flair. His persona is not, all this super duper flashy, super crazy, I got all the jewelry on me. I got, champagne bottles with me. Uh, Bud don't live a life like a social media influencer, right? And people want their boxers to live like social media influencers so they can have these parasocial relationships with the fighters, so they can feel connected to them, so they can feel like, this guy is extremely entertaining, and man, listen, Bud is entertaining in the ring, right? He giving you the fights you want to see, and he's going out here and delivering. He's performing big in the fights, man. So yeah, he didn't shock the world to me. I had him winning this fight. I know Sheldon. I had Devin winning the fight. I was going for Devin, but a lot of people, and Sheldon, a lot of people felt like Devin wasn't going to win. A lot of people felt like Brian Norman Jr. was going to severely hurt Devin. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people felt like Devin was in over his head because of the looming threat of Brian Norman Jr.'s power. But, Devin came out and proved he is a top fighter in the sport. You know, Zero said Bud is a fighter and an artist, if you know what I mean. Not many boxers possess that kind of talent. Yeah, absolutely. Bud is a special type of guy. You know, Sheldon said they listen to these Devin Haney haters channels. Of course. And I'm gonna say this too, man. I'm a fan of Tank Davis' fighting ability. I'm a fan of him. Well, some of these brothers, man, it get a little crazy. Like Tank fans, they hate Devin so much. I don't like what be going on. Like, I don't know what is it with Devin that they despise so much. I don't know. But it be getting weird at times. And again, I'm a fan of Tank's fighting ability. I don't like what he doing recently. I don't like the fact he keep getting in trouble for domestic violence, keep getting in trouble for stuff with girls and all of that, right? I don't like the fact that he trying to fight Jake Paul and all of that. I don't like that stuff at all. He's a talent though, but a lot of dudes like Tank fans want to he said Tank fans want to have sex with him. Hey, no, man, they be having parasocial relationships with like I don't know why, and Tank be cussing his fans out. Tank talk to his fans like they ain't shit, like literally. He be calling them all type of weirdos, cussing them out all on Twitter. All on Twitter. Go to Tank page on Twitter. I don't even know if he still got it up because of all the trouble he been in. I don't know. But he be talking to them crazy, and they keep running back to him. No matter how wild and reckless he talks to them, he talks to them like they ain't shit. You know? He said Tank fans know nothing about boxing. And that's because a lot of people who are Tank fans, and again, I'm a fan of Tank's boxing ability, but a lot of Tank's biggest fans are casuals who don't watch the sport, right? A lot of people that love Tank think Tank can fight Bud. They think he can beat Terrence Crawford. Like, it'd be all type of crazy stuff, right? But yeah, like for me, it just get weird. Like, why y'all hate Devin so much? And to me, I feel like, what? I told y'all what I felt like. The Tank fan base. First of all, the fan base around Tank and the fan base around Devin Haney reminded me of Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson's fan base. The streets love Mike Tyson. The streets gravitated to Mike. Mike had had the streets and people in a chokehold. They were enamored with Mike. Everywhere he went, the streets, they always rallied behind him. They felt like he was one of them. Every street dude felt like they wanted to be Mike Tyson, connected to him. A lot of these dudes in the street, they look at Tank and they know he from Baltimore. They know he had a rough upbringing. And so they cling and clamor to him. Evander Holyfield, he never had the streets. He had but he just had real boxing fans. Real boxing fans love Evander, right? They had a lot of praise and a lot of respect for Evander, but a lot of the general public, the casuals, they was telling Evander he wasn't even a real champion because he didn't beat Mike Tyson to get the belt. And I think it's the same thing with Devin Haney and Tank Davis. Tank got the streets in a way that Devin don't. And they call Devin the private school kid, and the Rougarou Regis program call him the private school kid and all of that. And people are galvanized around Tank because of this street aura they feel like he got, right? But with Devin, they don't see it. But I tell people all the time, none of that shit matters in boxing. You can have a street background. You can, have people that's tough around you. You can come from the toughest city. It's all about skills and who can fight, right? It's all about the matchup. Who is the better fighter? You know what I mean? And right, Tank grew up in the gym, 100%. But you know what I mean, Sheldon. They be looking like, for them, they feel like Tank is more street adjacent than Devin, right? They feel like, oh, Devin, your father, and they be penalizing him for having his father around, which is some weird shit to me. But anyway, your father had you around the Mayweathers really, really young and all of that, so all of that. They be, definitely, but for whatever reason, they look at Devin as almost like a square. And I think it also has to do with the fact that he's not a knockout artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, Devin ain't a knockout artist. It's a lot of that. But at the end of the day, certain guys have my brother calling me. I'm sorry, y'all. At the end of the day, it's about who got the better skills, who's the better champion, who's the better fighter. Because Mike Tyson being a street dude, it didn't stop Evander Holyfield from running his fist all upside Mike Tyson's head. It didn't stop Evander Holyfield from stopping Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson be having a street background, being rough and rugged and all of that. None of that mattered. None of that mattered that Mike Tyson had, all the rappers loved him, and none of that, it don't matter. People got to go in the ring and get it cracking, Hey, no, that's a great statement. Black Maul said, and the women like Tank. They do. The girls like Tank. Said dudes like who women like. That's how we get Tank, Drake, and Allen Iverson. We will never admit that as men, but y'all know, yes, they have parasocial relationships with these artists. They like, yo, I want to be like the dude that the girls like, right? I want to be the guy who the girls like. So they start liking the guy who girls like because they want to feel adjacent to them. Same thing with Drake. Yes, people, a lot of even ugly dudes, right? They love Drake because the girls like Drake, and they want to get that same type of love, that same type of admiration. They want women to clamor for them in that same way. So they say, "Oh, I like Drake," and it's really because the girls like them. You know what I'm saying? So you're right, Black Maul. That's a great point. And that's why a lot of dudes had trouble with Drake losing that battle. Because they feel like, yo, the public is supposed to like who the girls like. The girls like Drake. Why is it going this way? This is who I idolize, because the girls like him. I want to be who the girls like. So that's a great point, bro. Like, I gotta put that on the screen again. That is a great point. Yes. And a lot of dudes liked Allen Iverson because, hey, the girls liked him. It was some dudes that like AI just because he represented where a lot of us come from, the inner city. He represented Black culture with the cornrows and dressing in fashions that we wear in the inner city and all of that. But it also was the fact that girls liked him, and dudes feel like, I want to be like him. So that's a great point. A lot of dudes want to be who the girls like, and dudes like, the girls like Tank, so I'm gonna like him. Man, listen, calm down. Some of these do be getting a little too deep. Tank not gonna let you hit now. Maybe stop there. But yeah, man, like Solo Dolo says, hating on Team Haney gets attention on social media. That too. If you hate Devin, people gonna run to your post. You're right. That's definitely 100%. You make Devin Haney hate posts, people are gonna run to it. They're gonna love you for it, right? Shit, Devin about to be the new LeBron James. Devin about to be the new LeBron. Just make Devin Haney hate content, your YouTube channel finna explode, boy. It's finna be booming. I know what I'll say. What up, Mac? Team Haney. Yeah, man. Devin came and he showed out and showed and improved, man. He showed improved. Not, he showed improved exactly who he is as a fighter. Black Mall says, Mac, I had a homeboy tell me, I hope y'all are ready to do algebra in the club, fucking with Kendrick. They say, cut all that intellectual conscious rap off. I'm not trying to hit it babble. You say, cut that Hotep babble off. I want to hear a song for the girls. God damn it. We in the club. But Kendrick proved he can make club records or songs that's bops over the years. But GNX had a lot of bops on them too. So yeah. But that's funny though. That is hilarious. I'm not gonna front. But no, I'm with you though, man. Hating on Devin Haney gets attention on social media. So that's why a lot of people, that's why they do it. Hey, y'all hit the like button for me too, man. Hit the like button for me. We don't got a lot of people on this live stream today. Probably because I'm talking about boxing. Some people ain't interested in that. I get it. But y'all hit the like button for me so we can still push the video in the algorithm. It means a lot to me if y'all do that. So please hit the like button for me. But yeah, man, I'm really happy for Dev, and I'm glad he was able to pull his victory out, man. The boxing dry as F. It's really not, man. It's a lot of young, exciting fighters in boxing. I just think the general public is not hip to them because, honestly, boxing is as popular as the heavyweight division. And if the heavyweight division don't got an American in there, really a black American, boxing is not going to move the general public the way it used to, unfortunately. Even though we got a lot of great talent in the lower divisions, a lot of people love heavyweight boxing, and heavyweight boxing pushes the sport. So if it ain't no American, a black American in particular, in the heavyweight division doing a thing, it ain't, and I say black American because black Americans tend to have the bravado, the je ne sais quoi, to get the general public galvanized behind the sport, right? You had Mike Tyson, you had Evander Holyfield, even though people say Evander wasn't that exciting in personality for sure. But he was exciting in that ring 100%. But yeah, man. If you want to talk about something, talk about WWF. I haven't been watching WWF to really talk about it, brother. So I guess I gotta watch it to really give y'all insight. I can talk about previous things about WWF, WWE when I was a kid coming up, certain things that happened and all of that. But I don't watch it currently to really give an astute analysis of what's going on in WWE right now. I passively look at things, you know what I'm saying? I passively look at it. But I'm gonna do my research and I'm gonna look into some stuff. It ain't that hard, but yeah. Because I do my research on other things. So Devin Haney, Shakur, and Bud, 3 great boxers who don't act like stereotypical N-words. So people aren't fans. It's always been this way in boxing, man. Yeah, for sure. Like, and that's 100%. Yeah, that's 100%. If you're not Adrian Broner, man, especially if you're in the lower weight divisions, like lower than heavyweight, it ain't gonna move. What is your opinion on Ja and Clay confrontation? Like, I don't know what Ja's angle is, and then putting your finger in a grown man's face. You asking for a fight, bro. A lot of these dudes be messing with Clay because he light skinned, man. Like, even dudes speaking on Megan Thee Stallion, speaking on his girl and saying certain stuff about her. If this was like a dude that was known for fighting, they wouldn't be talking like this. You know what I'm saying? If it was a dude that was known for fighting, they wouldn't be talking like this. But Clay ain't known for that. So people be pushing Clay buttons, but Clay, I mean, and Ja Morant though, like, brother, you're not even playing, fam. You're not even playing. Relax, dog. Putting your finger all in my face, bro. You really trying to antagonize me and you want me to fight you. Said Andre said, do you have a favorite boxing movie? Not really. I like the Creed movies. I like those. I like Undisputed growing up with Wesley Snipes and Ving Rhames. Um, yeah, I like those. They only like black fighters with scandals and antics. Yeah. Um, they like black fighters who date Instagram models and act the fool. If you've been with your old lady for forever, you don't be in the club like that. You don't be outside counting a whole bunch of money outside the club. Um, you don't be throwing your money all in the air at the strip club all the time. You ain't, you know, hollering and yelling every time you seen on the camera. People don't like you. You said Haney might go undisputed. I think he's gonna go undisputed. I do. I believe that, Outcast. I mean, I think he can beat everybody that's currently a champion right now. I definitely believe he can. Anybody can be beat, but I think Devin can beat everybody that's currently a champion at 147. Yes. So I think the best thing for him to do is go stay at 147. Stay at 47, clean out that division, be two-time undisputed champion, move up to 154, and just keep adding onto your resume, right? And again, Devin already has the best resume of the young fighters right now. Um, if Haney was to go up to 154, what would an ideal fight for him in that weight class be? Jerron Boots Ennis. But honestly, it'd be an interesting matchup. I don't know if Boots, how long Boots will be at 54 though. You know? Yeah, I like Ali too. I love Ali. I do. That's another one. I really like Ali. I think that movie, people don't really talk about the movie Ali. A lot of people felt like Muhammad Ali is such a sacred person. He is such a beloved individual. A lot of people didn't want to give Will Smith any props for that role. Or, they gave him flack. Oh, you can't really embody the essence of Muhammad Ali. I thought he did a great job. And I really enjoyed that movie a lot, for sure. I think it's a really good movie. And a lot of people, I think it's a lot better than even people remember. The boss, I appreciate the donation, brother. He said, unrelated, but have you seen the Pistons this year? I have not, but I've seen that they've been winning and they've been looking good, man. I'm impressed with what they're doing. Cade Cunningham, the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But I'm gonna check them out, man. Truthfully, I haven't watched a lot of basketball to start the year. And a big reason was, I mean, one, I've been kind of exhausted with the work schedule, but also for a while, YouTube TV did not resolve their issues. Google didn't resolve their issues with Disney. So they took a lot of the basketball games off of YouTube TV for a minute. It's back now, you know what I'm saying? But they took them off. So yeah. Do you see Layla Ali grandson? Yeah, I did. I do. Layla Ali's son, yes. Ali's grandson, Layla Ali's son. Yeah, Layla Ali's son looked just like Muhammad Ali. He does. Genetics is something else, man. Yeah, Will and Jamie. Jamie was Bodini Brown. Bondini Brown. Muhammad Ali's a prophet. What do you say? That's Will Smith's best performance, in my opinion. Ali's an outstanding performance. But I do like The Pursuit of Happiness, man. It's just a very emotional movie. But Will, I thought Will did a great job in Ali. So you think Haney can take Virgil Ortiz? I don't know. We got to see. I want to see how he does cleaning out 47. I mean, I would like to see it though. I'm not sure, but I know, Robert Garcia got Virgil fighting very well. Yes, Virgil fighting very well, but I would like to see it at some point. I want to see what Devin does at 47. And then I want him to be I want Devin to try to be undisputed at 47, then move up. And then we see what happens there. Dev might be even stronger at 54. Who knows? We know Virgil was a hard-hitting dude. Boots is hard-hitting like a motherfucker. So it's gonna be a crazy, crazy match. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be something else. But if anybody will take that fight, Devin Haney will take that fight. He's a gamed opponent. He's not afraid to fight nobody. So yeah, what Monique say? I would like to see that. Said Virgil ducking Boots. Yeah, Virgil talking about fighting Errol. And Errol Spence, one of my favorite fighters. That's my dog, my player partner. But like Virgil need to fight Boots, especially because he posturing like he want to fight him. So go ahead and get it cracking. I would love to see Devin versus Rolly next. Rolly just beat Ryan. That's a more even fight. Yeah, I mean Rolly's a strong guy. He is very hard. Rolly got a little better too, man. Switching up his corner has done him a great service. He's gotten a little better, man. I don't think he got the skills to beat Devin. Like skill wise, he has punching power that could probably hurt Dev, but that shall be seen. I don't think he got the skills, even with his improved boxing skills a little bit. He's improved a little bit. He ain't got the skills to beat Devin, but I think he got some power. He got power that could touch Devin up. But I don't know though, man. Like Brian Norman Jr. was supposed to be a guy that was supposed to touch Dev up and hurt him. And Dev took his power very well. So we'll see, man. Dev confidence is at a high right now. So we'll see. But I mean, that is a fight I would definitely be interested in seeing next. Jay Smith, I'm with you. Hopefully they can make that fight happen so we can see what it's looking like. He said, man, no, I can't let go to white women. Some white women. I can leave that pork alone. I can't let go to white women. That's what Jamie Foxx said in that role as Bodini Brown. Yes. And I'm looking like Jamie, that's you in real life, because Jamie can't let them white women go, brother. Them white women got a chokehold on them. We got them in a strangle. You know? He said they quiet because they don't want their favorite fighter to fight them. Listen, you know, I always used to say this, man. A lot of dudes, man, they always use that he running, because you know your favorite fighter can't beat him. People used to always say Pitbull Cruz. Shakur didn't want to fight Pitbull Cruz, and I told people, Pitbull Cruz don't even got a jab. A fighter without a jab, all he do is throw hooks and uppercuts. A fighter with just hooks and uppercuts is never going to beat Shakur Stevenson. And then he got beat by Valenzuela. He got beat. Rayo. Prime for prime. Who you think would win? Bud versus Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd. Let me say, Bud is a mean, vicious dude, but his defensive prowess. He got the best transition from defense to offense probably I've seen for real. Floyd not gonna let him get off with them shots, man. It's gonna be hard to hit Floyd, man. You rarely seen Floyd get hit with power shots clean like that. A lot of shots he got hit with clean was when he was a little older. You know, you seen Shane Mosley hit him up when he was touching him up. He wasn't, well, I mean, no, Floyd was what, 32, 33, something like, I don't know. How old was he when he fought Shane? Early 30s, right? Like early 30s, something like that. But yeah, I just think Floyd was just too defensively responsible, man. And I don't think Bud will be able to land them shots that he lands against other guys to get the victory. Floyd's a smart fighter. He would figure out a way to get the win, 100%. And I really got a lot of respect for Bud. I think Bud is an all-time great. Said Floyd was 33. Shane was 38. Got you. Yeah. What do you think about Pernell? I love Pernell Whitaker. Sweet Pea. Sweet P, another guy, hard to hit. And Sweet P was actually like, it wasn't even catching shots with shoulders or nothing. Sweet P was actually evading shots for real. Um, yeah, man, I got a lot of respect for Pernell. Rest in peace, Pernell Whitaker, man. Um, really enjoy watching them fight. 100%. Floyd Mayweather off that Sweet P tree. Well, there is a way to stop the movement of certain boxers. Their favorite just can't capitalize on it, so it's not Devin's fault, right? Oh, it's heavy, bro. Cut the ring off, man. He running. Cut the ring off, brother. What about Manny Pacquiao? Well, what about him? What about Emmanuel Pacquiao? A lot of people don't even know this. Manny's real name is Emmanuel. It depends on where they fight. Lightweight Floyd, welterweight Bud. Woo! I still think at welterweight. I think Floyd still win at welterweight. Um, Black Maul. I still think Floyd will win at well in his prime. I still like Floyd at 30 years old, 31. I still think he win at welterweight. Truthfully, I really do. I think Floyd was that great. True, I really think he was that great of a fighter. I think Bud is generationally great as well. I just think he got more of a mean streak, more of a mean streak than Floyd. He's motivated to get you up out of there. But yeah, I think just Floyd is man. It's very hard to hit. Can Pacquiao fight as good as Bruce Lee? What? How about Sugar Ray Leonard versus Mayweather? Ooh, that's a great one. I don't know. That's a great one though. That would have been a great fight. Floyd beating hands of stone though, Roberto Duran. I'm sorry. A lot of people don't like me saying he beat Roberto Duran though. And I know it's not a popular opinion, but I think Floyd would have beat Roberto Duran. You want to see that fight today? You talking about Ray Leonard and Floyd Mayweather Jr. or Floyd Mayweather and Terrence Bud Crawford? Talking about Bud versus Mayweather or Mayweather versus um, Sugar Ray Leonard. That Bud had the best run at welterweight ever. Other than Ray Leonard, I'm not entertaining the conversation. You always say that. Best run at welterweight. Bud stopped everybody, but uh I don't outside of Errol Spence and Sean, I can't think of guys, the other guys that Terrence beat at that time. Either they were not the best version of themselves, or they weren't all that great to me in the begin with. Well, his performances against Sean Porter and against Errol Spence, phenomenal. Especially Errol Spence, phenomenal. But I think Jeff Horn, yeah. So Black Maul, you know me. I told you this. I never thought highly of Jeff Horn like that. I never did. I never thought highly of Jeff Horn. Like I ain't never liked Jeff Horn like that. I know they gave him the victory over Manny Pacquiao. I ain't something about Jeff. Yeah, you know. Um, and I'm not saying that Terrence wouldn't have beat a lot of the other guys. It just the fights just didn't happen. But yeah, Floyd versus Vernon Forrest and Paul Williams would play out with Floyd. I got Floyd winning both of those fights, truthfully. I mean, a lot of people be like, Floyd didn't like to fight black fighters. I like Paul Williams. And Vernon Forrest had Shane Mosley, number like a motherfucker, boy. I just think Floyd was just that good, man. I don't think neither one of them would have beat Floyd Mayweather. Uh-uh. Like real talk, that Mayweather family, they taught him how to fight in a style that's just hard to crack. It's hard to crack. You can be great. It'd be hard to crack. That's why he lasted so long, man. Like he was able to fight for a very, very long time at a high level like that. Rest in peace, Running Forest, 100%. Yeah, they should make a Avengers type of movie. But like what? That maybe Bud would do this to whoever's in front of him. Um, he probably would, but I don't like again. I also, but when you talk about in comparison to like Floyd Mayweather, I also didn't see Floyd Mayweather lose either though. So right now, Bud would have been beat everybody else at welterweight at that time, 100%. Um, and currently in the sport, yeah, I don't let only them dudes in the real big weight classes I think could really fuck with Bud in that type on that type of level. Yeah, I don't see like they talking about what's old boy name at Janabek? No, no. I like him, but no. I think Terrence Crawford beat everybody at 160. 100%. Yeah, Floyd definitely got a chin on him 100 all the way. Jason Hunter say good afternoon, brother Machiavelli, listening and watching out of Sacktown, Northern California. Love your show, man. I appreciate it, man. Love to California, man. Love to you. I appreciate you always showing love and coming through the chat. And you know, just always coming through and blessing the chat all the time, man. It mean a lot. But I don't see anybody at 54, 60. No, I don't see them beating. I don't see them beating Terrence Crawford at all. In a minute, they're gonna tell Terrence Crawford he got to go up to cruiserweight and fight Benavidez or something. Because that's what they're gonna look for him to do. But yeah, right now, man, Terrence is just a different. He's on a warpath, man. He's at a different plane than a lot of other guys. My man coming here talking about Freddie Prinze Jr. and Macaulay Culkin. Where did that come from, Andre? Brother? That man brought up Freddie Prinze Jr. and Macaulay Culkin. Man. But hey, y'all, look, man, I'm finna get off this thing. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, man. I wanted to go and just give Devin Haney his flowers for the performance he put on. And say, look, masterclass of a performance. And all respect to him. He needs his praise and accolades. And not the hate that he been getting, even though I know the hate gonna keep coming. But all respect to Devin Haney, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. Thank y'all for rocking with me. Thank you to everybody who donated. It means a lot to me. And I'm gonna holler at y'all a little later on, man. I'm gone. Peace.